Thanks for tapping in the New Era News. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and smash the like button. It helps the channel in many ways. Before you tap out, share the video. This story is disturbing, but it's real and it needs to be heard. On March 30th, 2025, popular YouTuber and comedian Kypree Darnell Taylor, a man once praised for his comedy skits and charming personality, was arrested and charged with aggravated assault after a shocking video showed him brutally attacking his girlfriend. The internet was shaken. The footage spread like wildfire. What many didn't realize at the time is that this video wasn't just an isolated incident. It was the crack that finally shattered a long hidden pattern of abuse. Since then, multiple survivors have come forward, brave women sharing their truth, peeling back the mask Kypree wore for years. This isn't just about one night of violence. This is about power, manipulation, fear, survival, and justice. It started with a video. In the early hours of March 30th, footage captured Kypree violently plummeting his girlfriend, Natayea Mays, inside a bedroom. The video, time-stamped and clear as day, shows him towering over her, throwing punch after punch. You can hear her scream. You can see the desperation. She was hospitalized after the assault, bruised, bloodied, shaken. The police called it a heinous, unprovoked act. The internet called it unforgivable, and the courts called it a felony. The backlash was instant. Thousands of fans, people who once supported his skits and laughed at his content, turned their backs. They couldn't believe this was the same person they once cheered for. But as disturbing as the footage is, some tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, because clips resurfaced showing Natayea throwing a phone at Kypree, and in another, recklessly handling a firearm. He's heard saying, "Come get her, she's drunk again." Some claim he was the real victim. But here's the problem with that. Violence is never justified, especially not the kind of calculated, brutal assault captured on that video. In that video, it wasn't the beginning, it was the beginning of the end. Just days after the footage went viral, another voice entered the conversation. A young woman, someone who had remained silent for over a year, came forward with a gut-wrenching story of what happened to her during the cruise with Kypree in February 2024. At first, the trip was meant to be fun, a getaway, but things turned dark fast, she says. After a disagreement, Kypree threw her belongings in the hallway, broke her phone, and threatened to throw her documents overboard. Then that night, it escalated. She says he punched her in the face, gave her a concussion, and then made her perform oral S in exchange for getting her phone back. She cried, she begged, he kept going, and then he recorded it and threatened to send it to her family. "You must want a repeat of last night," he told her the next morning. She was terrified. A friend eventually helped her switch rooms, but leaving someone like Kypree is not that simple. When she tried to cut ties, he retaliated, allegedly opening fake accounts in her name, racking up $20,000 in debt, and even putting bills under her identity. She says she walked away with 3 concussions, a broken finger, and the chilling memory of him threatening to kill her 2 baby nieces. This woman's story just isn't about abuse, it's about a system that failed her. Her mother, a black woman, a special ed teacher, someone used to advocating for vulnerable kids, tried to stop him. She brought her concerns to the school board, knowing Kypree worked with youth. They dismissed her, mocked her, called her just another white woman trying to tear a black man down. They didn't know or didn't care that she wasn't white, that she was a mother fighting for her daughter's safety. Then came the gaslighting. Kypree and his circle spread lies, called her crazy, turned the community against her. This is what so many survivors face. It's not just the abuse, it's the aftermath, being doubted, silenced, ridiculed. It shouldn't take viral video evidence for victims to be believed, but far too often, that's the only time the world listens. Then came another voice. A third victim has emerged, and her story adds even more weight to this growing nightmare. "I'm grateful this is finally coming to light," she says. She was involved with Kypree from 2020 to 2021 and described similar abuse, control, manipulation, and constant threats. He told her he'd hurt her family if she didn't obey, force her to do things against her will. One night, he dragged her out of bed and threw her to the floor, all because she didn't want to watch a movie. She recalls riding with him in a SRT, scared for her life as he raced recklessly. She begged him to slow down. He snapped back, "Shut the fuck up." Seconds later, they crashed into a tree. When police showed up, he told her, "Lie or else." She was forced to cover for him, afraid, broken. "There are other things I'm still not ready to talk about," she says. "But no one should have to live like that." And she's right. Let's be clear. This is not about one argument, one fight, one misunderstanding. This is about a pattern, a dangerous, deliberate cycle of power, violence, and manipulation. 3 women, 3 unique stories, but all telling the same truth. Kypree used his platform to appear harmless, funny, friendly, and safe. Behind closed doors, he was controlling, violent, and emotionally sadistic. He gaslit, threatened, and traumatized the very women who trusted him. Now the illusion is shattered. Authorities say federal investigators are involved. His finances, past relationships, and possible other victims are being looked into. This isn't over. This story is hard to hear, but it's important. Because behind every viral headline, every mugshot, every comment thread, there are real people, real survivors, women who endure the unthinkable, and now, finally, they're being heard. But let's not stop at exposure. Let's demand accountability. Let's protect those who come forward. Let's make it safe to speak up. To Natayea Mays, to the survivor from the cruise, to the 3rd woman who just spoke out, we believe you. We support you. You're not alone. And to anyone watching this, if you've been hurt, manipulated, or silenced by someone like Kypree, speak up. Tell someone. Get help. You matter. Your story matters. We will keep fighting. Justice for Natayea, justice for all the women who suffered in silence, and justice for the truth. Let's stand with the victims, and let's keep spreading awareness until real change happens. Don't stay silent. Share this, talk about this, and never stop fighting for your truth. Y'all jump in the comms and drop them pink ribbons for these ladies, these survivors. Throw them pray emojis up, pink ribbon emojis up, for survivors, for their strength to be able to come out, especially right now, where, people don't really want to believe certain things, or people, y'all know how the internet is. So drop them pink ribbons, man, and tell me how y'all feel. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, help is available. The National Domestic Violence Hotline in the U.S. is 1-800-799-SAFE. And those letters stand for 7233. Again, that's 1-800-799-7233. You could text START to 88788. Again, you could text START to 88788. Or hit them up on the website, www.thehotline.org. It's 24/7 confidential support. For immediate danger, call 911. You're not alone. Support is always available.